G'day team, Tony here with Wild Track Leisure Australia, and I'm joined by Karen from Wild Track's Karen's Kitchen, and today we're going to be talking about some food management before you head off on a big trip, and one of the best ways to do that is by using a vac sealer. But before we head into the units themselves, Karen, can you tell us some pros about using a vac sealer and why it's worth doing before you do head off on one of those big trips?
Well, the main reason I use it is for portion sizes, and also it fits really nicely in the bottom of your fridge. It keeps smells and juices out of your fridge, and the shelf life of the food is increased up to 3 weeks.
I think that's one of the big things as well, especially when you go out on one of these big trips. You don't know how long it's going to be between cooking stops and meals and everything like that, and being able to just pull things out, ready to go, portioned up, and it makes the actual cooking experience a little bit more streamlined, much more enjoyable. But we've got two here. Let's start with this white one and talk about some of the features of the white one here.
Okay, well there's two settings. You can use moist or dry setting. You can just seal it if you're just wanting to seal some liquid in, or you can vac and seal. It also has this cutter, which is great, it saves your fingers, and it's really easy to operate.
Fantastic. Now this one runs off 240 volts, so it's great for using at home. We do have another one here that runs off 12 volt, but we'll go into that one in a minute. What are we going to vac up first?
First of all, we're going to do 2 steaks, and I'm just going to put a few herbs in with them.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, now there are 2 ways to use the bags. Now we've got some pre-cut ones here from Wild Track. The good thing about these units is Wild Track provides all of the different bags and stuff like that that you need to be used, both pre-cut ones as well as ones on the roll. Now the difference between the two, the pre-cut ones, they're pretty much just ready to go, but the ones on the roll are basically just one big long roll, so you can cut it to whatever size that you need. You seal one end and then you turn around, throw your food in, vac seal the other, and you're off. But we're going to use these pre-cut ones because they're a little bit easier for us to use today. Grabbing one of those out now, especially when it comes down to doing your steaks and stuff, like Karen said, throwing a couple of herbs in there is also a really good way of kind of starting that marination process and everything well and truly before you head off.
Sometimes you could put some herb butter or a bit of wine. I like just to put a few herbs so I don't have to carry it with me, or if I forget to take some, so when I'm cooking they're there.
You beauty.
Yep. So we're going to first of all, we're going to turn this on. And we're going to put it on dry for meat.
Now we're going to be using the dry setting for steaks, the moist setting or wet setting, that's going to be used for more kind of liquidy meals and stuff that you've pre-prepped. But for this one, we're going to be using the dry setting. And what herbs have we got here?
We've got rosemary and thyme.
Ooh.
So the steaks are in, we just open it up. Now this here is the heating seal, and that is the vacuum chamber. So you just have to make sure you get your bag across the seal and into the chamber like that. And close it. We want to press the vac and seal this time. And you can hear the noise, that's the actual vacuum sucking the air out.
And you can see here all of the air getting sucked out, and once it's all sucked out and nice and vacuumed, it will then start doing your actual heat. There you go, almost ready. Once that light goes out, she's good to go. Let's have a look at the result. And a perfect seal across the top.
That's perfect.
There you go. And it's pretty quick too, so you can get through a fair amount of food in a reasonable time frame, and that's ready to go into the fridge.
It is.
Now, one of the best things about the vac sealer is it's easy to stack and no stinky smells in the fridge because it keeps all of those liquids and whatnot going in. So that one's in there. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so that's in the fridge and we've started chopping up some veggies. What's the plan here?
I'm just going to do 2 lots of veggies because I plan on doing 2 camp ovens while we're away. So
Fantastic.
I'm just going to pre-seal them, and I just want to weigh them and see how much they come to. Well, these are the sort of standard veggies I generally use for most things. So I'll just pop these in there.
It also makes it easier for recipe management.
Yeah.
Obviously, if all of your veggies are mixed up, all vac sealed together, and they're good to go, pull them out and you're off.
All right, well, let's get a bag and see how much they weigh.
All right, another bag. There we go.
Thank you. So we're cooking for 2 on this trip. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of everything. See how much this weighs.
Okay, so the difference between this unit here and the previous one is it has that scale on the top. Once again, it now allows you to portion everything up really well, but this one also runs off 12 volts. So you can actually take this one away with you when you're on your trips. And if you're someone like me that likes a bit of fishing, catch a few fish, you can first off weigh your catch, as well as get everything nice and filleted up, throw it in a bag, seal it up before it goes into your fridge, which means that you're not stinking your fridge up with all of that fish. But one of the other interesting travel tips with it is if you say get your chicken or your meat or whatever and you throw your sauce in, vacuum seal it all up and then boil it in the bag, souffle, ready to go.
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
And it's good marinating time in the fridge too.
Fantastic. All right, so how much is this one weighing here?
Around 370 grams.
You beauty. Now, from here, what's the plan?
We're going to seal this and then we'll do the other one and we'll pop them in the fridge.
You beauty. All right, let's have a look.
That is pretty cool. Let's have a look.
You beauty.
Perfect.
Now, that's all finished. We're going to throw that one in the fridge, but I want to show you one more tip. Now, sometimes what you're going to see is bags coming in different sizes like this on a roll. These aren't pre-cut or sealed, so what you need to do is actually cut them up yourself and then also seal one end. So what we're going to do is start with one of these smaller ones because we've got a couple of chicken breasts there that we want to do as well. So Karen, I'll get you to cut off a portion. As you can see, it's just one big long bag.
Yep.
I'll get you to cut off a piece of the bag that you think is going to be an appropriate size for the chicken. Always be generous with this as well. But you can see here, it is literally one long bag, okay? So we do have to seal up one end. Now the way that you do this, pop it onto your sealing face, close that one down, and what you're going to do is you're just going to hit seal, okay? Give that a second. Once the seals come off, you'll see that it's actually sealed one end and it's created the bag of your desired size choice. There you go, sucked out the air out of the little bit at the end. And hey presto, you've got your desired bag choice. And that's going to be a perfect size now for our chicken breast. So we're going to start into that one as well.
Thank you. I think in this one we'll put 4 chicken thighs.
Fantastic.
And generally, I think this would be a good time to put in a bit of curry paste or some marinade as well.
Brilliant. Start the process well and truly before you get to the campsite. Great idea. And as you can see, it's holding really well at the bottom of the bag there, no problems whatsoever. You can also use this to use some of the offcuts for other bags that you've used. Personally, I've done that for like small portions of things like peas and corn. Great use of the bags. That way you're not having any wastage of your bag sizes. So let's do this one as well. Open that one up. Over the top of your sealing face and into your vac chamber. Down we go. Hit your vac and seal. You beauty. And there is our chicken all vac sealed up, ready to rumble. Righto, thanks very much, Karen. Awesome job. We are almost ready to go for our next trip. So thanks very much to everyone. If you want to see more of this, head to wildtrack.com.au or your local stockist, and we'll see you next time.